Okay, I hope this will be a little better. Let's see how we do. Let's see. Hi, Ash. So there's lots of other people live. So it's not just YouTube, that's for sure. All right, let's hope this is a little better. Maybe it connected a little different or something, hopefully. Hi, let's hope, Chips. I hope it's better for you, at least, and maybe Ange, and fingers crossed. Okay. He is the manifest. I'm looking at cabochons. Oh no, Ash, that would be very bad for me. Oh, don't worry, Gypsy. Hopefully we're a little better. Hi, Trevor. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I'm getting there. All right. So he's the manifester, right? He's the powerful creator that has manifested all that from the ethers and brought it down to earth so that we can use it here. Hi, Miss Carrie. That's okay. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. I think I'm becoming allergic to dogs. Oh no. That would be like my nightmare, Trevor. Oh no. So we looked at the before. So we see, all of the tools at his disposal. The monkey coming in. I hope we're good now. Jeez. The monkey coming in here. It's got to be, all right, Ange. I'm glad we tried anyways. Thanks, honey. And I totally get it. So all of this is swirling around, okay? Just as he's really starting to pull down all that power from the ether and come down. So that's the before. Then we get, this is the present moment. The snake now is around as his belt. He's got all the tools at his disposal right on the table in front of him. Now he's pointing to down below, as above, so below. Yes, we're live. You're kind of lighting a little bit on my phone. Sorry. And then he's got the, lagging. I'm like, lighting? I don't know how to light on your phone. All right. And then he's got the baton up high to symbolize he has taken where he has taken it from. So as above, so below, he's the go-between. He's the conduit to pull that energy down to the earth so we can use it and maintain use here. Right? Now, did I put... I hate that it goes back to top chat. Drives me crazy. I need live chat. All right, so now we have... What happened to my after? Oh, it's in here. Now we have the after. He's a bit of a juggler. Yes, so he's got many aspects. Correct. I associate the magician to any song that makes you feel like a badass, like you can do and be anything. The potential is in you. Yes, absolutely. And here we are. This is the after. And so he's the master of the physical world. He has raised the power of the earth, air, fire, and water. All the elements are in play. A wand, cup, sword, and pentacles spin through time and space in a cosmic dance. Just for fun, compare the magician card to the 4 ace cards and think about the connection between them. Oh, the connection between them is the hand. The mystical hand from the netherworld, from the ethers, presenting something. So we'll get there. I do kind of remember this now, though, because I remember comparing it to, it reminds me of Willow from Buffy. You know, where she's twirling the pencil with her mind, and that's how she's practicing being a witch using her Wicca. That's what it's like. He has control over every element. He has pulled that power down from the upper realm, and he's pulled it down so that he can use all that knowledge and power through fire and flames. Yes, yes. He can use all that knowledge and power here on earth in this realm. Aw. Thank you, Jen. That's very sweet. All that knowledge and power. Now, we're going to quickly look at... I know it's a song. I'm not singing it right now, though, Trevor. That's my favorite Buffy episode, is the musical episode. So, yes, I could sing it. It's not going to happen. All right, so this is the, the one right here that gives you a look at the behind, which is called New Vision, Tarot of the New Vision. So we see this is what it looks like right in the present moment. And then if we were able to flip it and see what was behind him, this is what we see. There's the little pesky monkey there again. And look, he's got, oh, come on. There we go. He's got another sword and the wand here. And he is performing almost for a crowd. So here he has the ability here to do all this stuff. And he's got the monkey behind him. And he's almost performing for the crowd. So he's saying, I can totally picture this. Reminds me of a sideshow, you know? The old sideshows where they find, because I'm so private about my practice, right? And that's true, Ayla. Some of us are private about our practice, about our actual practice. But if you think of the magician is going to be kind of, because he's the conduit between the ether realm and our third dimensional, this right now realm, he's not going to be that solitary practitioner, because he has to teach everyone how to pull that power from the ether and how to be the conduit. So I can see him. These are all the witches in his community. Hi, Josh. And all the witches in his community are saying, okay, give us an idea. How do we do this? We want to be able to pull that power and energy that we need from the ethers and pull it down. So now he's teaching them. This is how I do it. You pull the power from above and so below. And here it comes between us. And this is how we do it. And I could totally see him saying, all right, I'm going to try to teach you guys and show you how to pull this power, because we all need that power. We all need to know how to pull that power. Part of being a witch or being an energy worker or being whatever you want to call yourself is being able to manipulate that power. Doesn't mean manipulate it in a bad way. Doesn't mean, it just means we want to be able to raise vibrational energy, and we need to pull that from somewhere. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. So what are we trying to do with it? As witches, as magicians, as wizards, as whatever you call yourself, we have to manipulate that energy. It's already there. We have to get it from somewhere. So we have to manipulate it from the ethers and pull it down, transform it to power we can actually use here. So I can see that the magician would be the one to teach that. Showing that he's in control of all that creative energy. Yes, that they are working in synchronicity. Yes. I could sub in any one of us here on YouTube trying to share our practice. Yes, with each other. Exactly. Any one of us, for sure. Because that's really what we're doing, right? We fell in love with this path. And we're like, really? This is so great. I want to show all of you. Patch Tarot calls the magician wizard. There you go. Perfect. Absolutely. Perhaps him being in front of people is symbolizing the nature-nurture of these powers that the fool is learning on his journey. Was this information learned external or internal? Absolutely. Don't forget that if we're taking this as the fool's journey that we talked about from the Fool card, then he was just up there. He was just up there in the ethers before stuff happens, right? And hi, Kelsey. And hi, Wiley Kylie. Willie Kelly. Wiley Kylie? Willie. I don't know. Wiley. That's what I'm calling you. So he was just up there in the ethers. And now he has manifested himself here. And of course he's going to be able to manipulate that power and pull it from there. Because he was just there. Willy Wonka. There you go. So absolutely. That conduit, that bridge of energy from up into the ethers, into the spirit realm to us, to teach us how to do that. Awesome. Okay. Does everyone feel pretty good about that? I really didn't want to spend a whole lot of time on that, but I did want to make sure that we at least touched on it because we stopped short last time. And if you did not see the last video and you're still wanting a little more information, go ahead and watch the last one because that's when we really got into it a little bit more. So for now, we're going to go on to the High Priestess. If I could, oh yeah, okay. I put some in the book and I put some out here. So, oops. All right. So here we go. The High Priestess. So let me just. We did not read from Benebel's book. For this one, I have been reading for the present moment one. Me neither. I've been reading from the Ultimate Guide to the Tarot and from my notes, actually from Jeff Tattooed Spirit. I love his take on the tarot. So I have written a bunch of notes from his take. And so I've been reading from his take on the tarot for these. All right. It is interesting. I'll show it to you when we get to the present moment one. So I'm just going to flash you a little bit. Flash you hot. No, not that kind of flash. Flash these cards a little bit. So here's the before. Are these right? This should be the before. Nope, they're wrong, aren't they? Damn it. Because it's backwards on here, I always get this wrong. Okay, so this is the before, present, and after. So there's only subtle differences here. There is not a whole lot of big detail difference, but there is some subtle. All right, so we're going to start with the before. Which is, the moon is waning in the after. Awesome. Did I get my glasses dirty already? All right, here we go. Foresight. So this is the before. And notice here we have, what, the owl, right? Is this, I'm assuming. And her hands looked open to giving. All right, perfect. All right. So here we have, if we really study this card, we have the owl up above her here. And she has the keys in front of her. They're kind of crossed in front of her. And look at, I got to read if this is this fire coming up in front of her here? Flame, yep. So kind of a Brigitte feel, right? Okay. The high priestess is the guardian of the gateway between this world and the next. So we know that this behind her here, this symbolizes the veil between this world and the next, right? Wisdom and knowledge, right? She can part the veil and lead her followers into a supernatural realm of wisdom and understanding. Owl is bestowing his wisdom upon her. Yes, that's definitely possible. That's a good interpretation. And in this case, the veil is literal, and it happens to be ornamented with palms and pomegranates, symbols of male and female fertility. I think the subtlety in changes speaks to this card. Be in tune with your intuition, instincts, so you notice those subtle changes. Absolutely. My nose is starting to itch, and I took my damn allergy meds, so I better not do this like I did last night. I think we went over this card. We did for the other kind of tarot. I know. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do that. But I took my allergy meds, so I'm gonna be fine. Damn it. Oh, and you know what? Hold on. Before it starts too bad, let me shut the vent in front of me, because that's one thing I said is it was driving me nuts. And Peter's like, "Did you shut the vent?" I'm like, "I don't know. How do I shut the damn vent?" Oh, it'd be really great if the vent was actually screwed in right and I could shut it. Wait, I'm going to throw a towel over it. Okay, now, it's not going to be blowing at me, damn it. It's not. Okay, here we go. All right. I'm right here. Hi, Maddie. I just had to shut my vent so that my nose does not start doing the allergy thing it did last night, because I couldn't even stay on last night. It was ridiculous. Okay. So here's the before part. In this case, the veil is literal. It happens to be ornamented with palms and pomegranates, the symbols of male and female fertility. The pomegranates are laid out in the shape of the Kabbalistic tree of life, a cosmic model of creation. The veil is suspended between columns of darkness and light, one ebony and one ivory. The two columns represent the twin pillars of the Kabbalistic tree of life. They symbolize the diametrically opposed concepts of mercy and severity, light and darkness, spirit and matter, and destruction and creation. As we watched, an enormous messenger owl sweeps down from the sky, where it gently crowns the priestess with the full moon that gleams like an opalescent pearl. So, the owl of wisdom gives her the crown. Gives her the crown. Perfect. I love that. The jewel completes the diadem that encircles her head, which features a waxing and waning crescent moon. Crowns represent enlightenment and a divine right to rule and guide. The priestess is gowned in a gossamer gown of watery moonlight that flows like a river from her head to her feet, which is awesome, because the moon down here, hold on, let me see if they say something about it before I ruin it. To her feet, where another crescent moon rests in the folds of her skirt. The cross on the front of her gown is a solar cross, a perfectly proportioned symbol of balance and equality. In her lap, she cradles a scroll of timeless wisdom. It's the Torah, the Hebrew book of the law. The word Torah is an anagram for rota, the Latin word for wheel. The letters can also be transposed to spell tota, which means all, and of course, tarot. She also holds 2 crossed keys that unlock the secrets of heaven and earth. They burn with an eternal flame of wisdom and understanding. 2 cross keys that unlock the secrets of heaven and earth. They burn with an eternal flame of wisdom and understanding. So much symbolism in this one card, guys. It's amazing. So I know the B&J. You were asking about the B&J, Papa Squirrel, right? Let me tell you, it's the Kabbalistic lettering, and I can't remember what they're, hold on, but they do mean something. It stands for something, something. Where the hell am I crazy? Ah, there it is. Okay, so the Hebrew letter. No. Oh, here we go. Sorry. Still listening, but climbing in the shower. Hi, Magical Mandy. Hi. Hold on. Hebrew letters. In the Rider-Waite, the High Priestess appears with these magical symbols. Some of them reappear in other Magic Arcana cards. The 2 pillars, the initials B and J, refer to Boaz and Jachin, Jachin, Jachin. Names on pillars in the Temple of the Solomon, right? So, yes, Temple of Solomon in the Old Testament, which were decorated with pomegranate designs. Boaz represents the elements of water and earth. So this, the black one, is water and earth. And Jachin is fire and air. So water and earth create the black. Boaz for water and earth. And Jachin is fire and air. The pillars are black and white to show duality, male and female, darkness and light, the earthly and the heavenly dimensions that the High Priestess exhibits. The pillars form a portal to the otherworldly experience and deeper experience of the self. Right? So I love that too, because first of all, I love that they have chosen for Boaz, that Boaz represents earth and water, because to me, they are the 2 opposites. When I think of myself as an air symbol, the opposite of air is fire, because air and fire are going to make an explosion. And the other opposites are earth and water. So that is the opposites forming to symbolize the duality that is in all life. The duality between as above, so below. The duality between, our mind and our spirituality. Head and heart. There's so much. Boaz is, yep. Yes. I consider myself fire. See, now I'm air. And so I am, fire is complete opposite of me. It doesn't mean I don't like fire and I don't work with fire. But it's definitely, completely the opposite of what I am. Male and female, darkness and light, earthly and heavenly dimensions. So what else is here? If we're looking at they have depth, deeper, darker, where air and fire go up. Yep. Yes. Oh, perfect. That is great. They have depth, deeper and the darker, where air and fire go up, lighter. I love that. Love it. Absolutely. So much symbology here for, well, you could see it that way, Sarana. And don't forget, if it works for you, if it works. I have always seen, and I think it's because I'm an air symbol, that to me, the opposite of air is fire because it creates an explosion. And for me, earth and water is the opposite. But that doesn't mean that it has to be the opposite for you. If you see that differently, that's okay. You just have to remember that Boaz is earth and water, representing duality. I have like an earthy personality, so your opposite is that fluid water. Or at least for me. Earth and water can be slower moving. Air and fire can be fast moving, right? For me, it's always been that the opposite of fire is water and the opposite of air is earth, right? And I can totally see that. I see that too, and I see that connection. It's because I think because the energies are so in opposition to me that is just, that's how I have seen opposites, the dualities. How funny. I do too. It's full of symbolism. The High Priestess card is just full of symbolism. I love the flowing gown that is symbolizes the water and the duality of water and how water can creep into anywhere and be so fluid and able to change, full of emotions. Absolutely. I love now the keys. Now, where did I just read that? Oh, we were in before. So the keys. I still have before, right? Yes. And to me, water energy has been so opposite to me. That's really cool. I love that we all see things in a different way. That's what makes the world go round, guys, is that we are all different. And that's why all these crazy witches that are downing other people for not doing it their way drives me crazy. Because you know what? There isn't one right way. Hate to burst their bubble. That's right. We can all learn from each other. And who the hell are they to say that what works for them has to work for everybody? My energy is going to be way different from your energy and from her energy and from his energy. So the way that we interact with everything else, with every other energy, is not going to be the same, no matter what. It always turns me off when people say you have to do it this way. Yeah, that's bullshit. What if you feel you are all of them? That's definitely possible, Silver. I think it's like kings are fire or air. Right, exactly. Depends on how you feel it. And Silver, if you feel like you're all of them, then to me, you're closer to that, I don't know, enlightenment stage. I'm sorry, Ash. I will put you in my Reiki basket for tonight, honey. Hi, Kay. I missed you. I'm sorry. Hi. So it is, what the hell was I just saying? Squirrel. When people say you have to do it this way. Oh, what if you're all of them? It is, to me, it's that means that you're closer to that stage of enlightenment than I am. Because I'm able to work with a lot of the elements, and I think I work very well with all the elements, but there are elements like water. I don't have a whole lot of water. Actually, I have no water in my zodiac natal chart anywhere. And so I love the water. I've always been able to swim well and all that. It's just, that is not the element for me that is ever soothing or comforting or, yep. I don't have water anywhere in my whole birth chart. Zero water. It's just the way it is. The keys. What was I trying to say about the keys? Something. In her lap, she cradles a scroll of timeless wisdom. It's the Torah. She also holds 2 crossed keys that unlock the secrets of heaven and earth. They burn with an eternal flame of wisdom and understanding. So heaven and earth, those 2 keys in her lap there. Oh, come on. They unlock heaven and earth. They are the wisdom of heaven and earth. So here we go again, guys. If we go back to the magician, he pulls the energy down, the energy and knowledge from the ethers, and manifests it here in the 3rd dimension on earth. She unlocks that knowledge. She interprets that knowledge. She can unlock the knowledge from heaven and earth, and that little flame burns with knowledge. Love that. Love that. Okay, so that's the before. Here's the present moment, the right now. Intuition. That's right, baby. That's right. So, the high priestess stands in an enclosed chamber or temple between 2 great pillars labeled B and J. Behind her is a veil decorated with pomegranates and date fruit. She wears a horned moon headdress like the Egyptian goddess Hathor, and at her feet lies a crescent moon. She holds a scroll that is partially hidden, bearing the letters T, O, R, and A, indicating the Torah, the sacred Jewish text. She represents the principle of the divine feminine. Historically, she is the female pope, a virgin priestess signified by her blue and white robes. Today, she might be the psychic, astrologer, the hell am I thinking? Astrologer, or spiritual teacher. Her spiritual path is above material values. So that's a big deal. And earthly relationships. Her gift is wisdom and knowledge of the world beyond the veil, the realms of gods, guides, and angels. So we talked about the 2 pillars. What other symbols are here? We have the scroll. The high priestess holds the Sefer Torah, a handwritten scroll central to the study of the Kabbalah. It symbolizes the high priestess's spiritual knowledge. The pomegranate on the high priestess's veil. The pomegranate denotes female fertility, linking with her aspect as the Egyptian goddess Hathor. The pomegranate can also be a symbol of the Jewish sacred text. The veil symbolizes the other world beyond the material world. The date on the veil here, masculinity complementing the female. So again, here's the duality. She is sitting. Yes. Did I say standing? Or did they say standing? The moon. The moon is the symbol of the subconscious and the emotions that lie beneath the solar or external persona. The moon is shown in 3 phases as a crown to echo Hathor, Isis, the Egyptian goddess of life and fertility, who gave birth to Ra, the god of the sun. The blue and white robes. White is for purity, relating to the traditional virginity of the nun. Blue is for truth, as in true blue. Above physical values makes me think of the way the high priestess is worded for the Mystic Fairy Tarot, because she is depicted with her eyes closed and not concerned with the physical world, right? She's above that. She's reached that phase of enlightenment that we talk about, living in the present moment, that she's beyond that. Whatever is happening to her at this moment is okay. And she's focused inward, right? So all this stuff happening, if we can, look at it like Eckhart Tolle. I'm sorry, I know I bring him up a lot, but if we can look at it like Eckhart Tolle looks at it, which says when stuff happens to you, if we can accept the things that are happening to us at the moment as if we had chosen them. So everything that comes up, if we can say, oh, this is my lesson. I chose to learn this lesson. This is why this is happening. Then it takes away the ego part of us. It takes away that part that says, oh, how could this happen to me? How could it affect me like this, damn it? And all anger, pain, frustration, all that comes from non-acceptance. It comes from us saying, I don't want that in my life. I love that, Jen. I so remember us talking about that, right? And I know I always bring it, I always bring it back to Eckhart, but I just, yeah, and it's not easy. Again, I'm going to stand up here and say, I do not live like that all the time, for sure. I wish I could. Not that enlightened yet. But when I can remember that and bring it back to, oh yeah, live in this present moment. Is this really affecting me right now? No, I'm okay. I'm warm. I'm safe. I'm not starving. I'm not, all right. It's all right. Take my ego out of it, and I can now learn to accept it. My partner and I had a pretty deep talk about that. Actually, thank you for sparking. You're welcome. I love deep thoughts. Who was it? Deep Thoughts on SNL by Handy. What was his name? This has been Deep Thoughts by, I can't remember his name. Pomegranates, creativity, also the food of the dead. The crescent moon can also mean bringing something into being, trusting your gut. Yes, I'm about as lightened as a squirrel. That's all right. We're all working on it, Shadowmancer. We all are. I wanted to check my Sacred Rose deck, and the High Priestess came out. This deck has done this a few times. Isn't that funny? I love it. Maybe, no. I liked that, Jen. Take the ego out of it. We should trust our instincts, our intuitions. Exactly. I accept things as they are, but I don't know if they're the same thing. Finding what I'm looking for. Good. Jack Handy. That's it. Yes. yes. Jack Handy. Thank you, Ayla. Hi, Carm. Welcome. Okay, so much symbology in this card, right? I just adore the High Priestess. Just adore the High Priestess. Okay, let's look at the after. So we've seen the before, the flame, the keys of knowledge of heaven and earth that are crossed in front of her. The owl of wisdom has placed this crown on her head. Love, love, love. The flowing gowns, which represent that fluidity, that emotion. Perfect. All right, now let's look at the after. Here we go. So again, not a whole lot of change in here, but don't forget there isn't going to be a whole lot of change with the High Priestess because she's above the physical rung. The twos represent duality. They mark a split, a division, a point, and a counterpoint. The High Priestess, subtle yet gracious and refined, the High Priestess shows us that she holds the secret keys to wisdom, intuition, developed through thoughtful study. She's an archetypal psychic, which links her to the moon, the luminous orb of reflection and intuition. A beautiful woman sits quietly. Her face is serene, unlined by worry or concern. So she has got that present moment thinking. She's got it down. She is poised before two massive columns, one dark and one light. Between them, a curtain is emblazoned with ripe pomegranates and tall palms. She wears a lunar headpiece with a representation of the waxing, full, and waning moon. A cross hangs from the slender chain around her neck. Her gown is purple and her cloak is green. What? What the hell card are you looking at? What are they talking about? Her gown is not purple. Ha! Look at. So because she's already attained her spiritual, look at the book for foresight shows purple and green. So I wonder if that's the route they were going to go, and then they decided not to, which I'm kind of glad, because it's not like she got up and changed her clothes. That's silly. Her gown is purple and cloak is, moreover, tucked partially beneath the cloak, she holds a rolled up scroll in her lap. Just 4 letters are visible. Torah. Is that true? Oh, yeah, that's true. The B and J stand for Boaz and shit. Not shit. Jacinth? Damn it. What's the J stand for, guys? It's duality. It means duality. Boaz, Jachin, thank you. Boaz is earth and water, and Jachin is fire and air. So it's the duality concept. It's masculine, feminine. It's heaven and earth. It's spiritual realm knowledge and earth realm knowledge. Okay, her arm. Let's get it back. Different ink, and a huge one at that. Yeah. After she got the crown placed on her, she's still not going crazy and acting all royal. Still not focused on the not focused on the physical. That's right. Her arm, which had been hidden under her robe, is now extended, and she holds a set of keys like those at the Hierophant's feet. So the keys that unlock the knowledge of heaven and earth, she holds them out. Why does she hold 2 keys? Because to unlock the secrets of the spiritual world, you must have mastery over the physical world too. The High Priestess's keys will unlock both doors. Later, you'll notice that the Hierophant in this deck holds a holy book, like the priestess's Talmudic scroll. Nice, nice, nice. For sure. All right. So, she has found her perfect balance between the dualities of the universe. Exactly. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's not my Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, Gypsy. It still sucks, though. Okay, now, here we go. This is the intriguing part for me, which I have to say I wish was, I don't know, a little bit, because we know that this is the veil between the spirit realm and Earth's realm. So I'm not, I don't know. I'm trying, but I'm not real impressed with the New Visions flip, because I'm like, oh, look, we'll get a peek behind the veil. How cool is that we get to have a peek behind the veil? And instead of going there, they kind of didn't go there. So at least we see the owl again. And we see the veil has just peeked down, and there's 2 nuns praying. And there's the pomegranate there. So, it's all right. I wanted more. If we're getting a peek behind the veil that is between worlds, I wanted more. Yeah. Sometimes you do. I really, boy, and here we're talking about the veil in this and how important the veil is, and how cool that she holds the keys to the knowledge. And really, It's just like the man behind the curtain. I'm not impressed. I want, I don't know. I want a fae back there. Or I want to have a look at her ancestor in spirit behind there. Well, happy birthday, honey. Yeah, there's some nuns, right? I know. It would have been cool to show the back of her through the eyes of the other side. Like maybe she's a beam of light, right? Oh, that would have been so cool. I know. They're not even holding sparklers or drinking wine or anything. Yeah. That was a big thumbs down on this one for sure. We all could have come up with much better cards. That's a part of the mystery. Oh, I'm telling you. Some random shifty nuns. Exactly. And to me, that is more of my Catholic upbringing going, you wanted to look behind the veil? You get 2 nuns praying behind you. Well, we'll make up our own. I know what I think I see back there, and it's not 2 nuns praying behind me. Well. But shifty nuns. Yes. At least she has some followers, right? They have to be nun followers. I guess. Let me look. I didn't look at my notes real quick for the high priestess here. Let me see. Oh, look. I had it right in my notes. That it was Boaz and Jachin. The crescent moon under the left foot. Haha. See, I have more symbolism on here. The nun in black is behind the white pillar and vice versa. Well, that helps a little. I have random shifty nun spirits in my home. It was a nunnery years and years ago, and they lived and died here. Oh, I bet they get mad at you. Hello. I'm glad I could make it. Yay. Oh, Courtney, I'm glad you could make it too. That's true, Stephen. At least they kept up the duality, right? The nun in black is over here on the white, and the nun in white is over here on the black. Right? I know. I hope someone else does too. I have not seen vice versa. Is that the other one? Okay, there's something to that, though. The man behind the veil and the Wizard of Oz don't look behind the curtain because what you might find looks just like an ordinary person. That's true. Sorry if I'm so quiet, rapidly trying to take notes. That's all right. You're telling me they aren't partying till they pass out. Oh, terrible. So does anybody have the vice versa? Because it's very similar to the Tarot of the New Vision. So I wonder if they're the same for this card, or if they have something cooler. She's looking out. Yes, and that's a good part. At least we get to see what she's looking out at. She's looking at the ocean, which kind of flows right in from her gown, flows right through into the ocean as far as I'm concerned. And I'll tell you from my notes, the moon under her left, where am I, damn it? The moon under her left foot. So the moon is under her left foot in here. Symbolizes her dominion over the 28-day cycle. So talk about sacred feminine. We know that women have a 28-day cycle, which corresponds perfectly somehow. I don't know how that happened. The wheel of the year, everything turns the same way with the lunar cycle. Jennifer Ball has the vice versa. I'll have to ask her. So it shows that she has dominion over that 28-day cycle, both for sacred feminine work and for the lunar cycle. It's both 28 days, and she holds dominion over that. So my upright meaning, my notes say, be still. She quits quietly. She sits quietly before the veil emanating. Be quiet. Answers come in quiet reflection. Trust your intuition. Imagine her vantage point looking out into a crazy world. Yet she sits contemplating. The other side of the veil behind her is nurturing her and including us to be nurtured also. Feel the love and wisdom offered in quiet reflections. Remove yourself from life to absorb whatever love and inspiration you get from the silence. So she is, again, she holds the confidence of knowing the knowledge of holding the keys of knowledge from heaven and earth, of knowing the duality in life and in death and all that. And she doesn't have to be loud about it. She just sits in silence. She understands the mysteries. She doesn't have to toot her own horn. She doesn't have to tout her wisdom about. She just is. We all want to be more like her. Believe me. Do you hear how loud I am? Poor Jez was on Maddie's video talking about how that's why she tells me to quiet down because I'm so damn loud. I know I am. I can't help it. I told her it's one of two things. Well, it's partially both things. 4 boys. When you raise 4 boys, I was yelling constantly. That was just my voice. And 2 is too many teenage rock concerts that I was like way, way too close to the speakers. And we were so dumb when we were young. I'm losing my hearing, so. Where is your Mercury in your chart? I have to look at it. Did I print it? For a while I printed it and I kept it around here, but I can't remember where the hell it is. I had 4 brothers. I want to be her, but I'm a worse version of the fool. We all are, honey. Sometimes this should be if we pull this card though, this is our reminder to be more like her, to trust our intuition, to just sit in silence for a while and recognize the knowledge from the veil coming through. Mercury is where the thermometer is. Oh, I so want to know now. Where the hell is it? Did I save it? Let me see. Did I save it on this thing? I don't think so. Sink into yourself from time to time. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So needed. And that flowing gown, to me, that says everything. It says that emotion, just be fluid. Allow that to pass through you. All that stuff that happens to us, if we let go of our ego and allow that to flow through us, it's okay. It's all right. We don't have to get all up in arms about anything. We can just allow it to flow through us. The simplicity behind the curtain might pertain to her own simplicity, her regal side. She's stoic and alert in order to be in the moment. Let it go, right? Oh no, Frozen. We're going to start singing Frozen. I've been singing A Star is Born all week. Songs from A Star is Born. I think partially because Sunday was the Oscars. So then I heard that, and then today I was singing, I don't know, a different one. Terrible. Not that song. Poor Jackie. All right, so great study tonight, though, guys. I thought this was really good. I'm glad that we went over the Magician. Any questions? Anything you need clarification on? Oh, my goodness, Leah Lynn, please watch A Star is Born. It's so good. It's just awesome. Next Thursday, we will be on the Empress. So that's good. Tuesday will be Tarot Talk again, and we'll go back to, that's our regular Tarot Talk. I have to say that when we did our Tarot Talk, because of my allergies, I was so pissed that I had pulled out all my cards, like all my favorite Eight of Pence cards, and I didn't show any of them. Yes. We are doing the minors, absolutely. How does the Fool reflect on the Priestess? Oh, that's a good question. So the Fool is kind of before he starts, before his journey, he's in the ethereal realm. Not next Tuesday. Next Thursday is the Empress. Next Tuesday, I haven't decided what card. Oh, okay. So in the ethereal realm, before stuff happens, right before he manifests, he gets to the Magician. I won't be here with you guys next week. I'll catch up. We won't forget about you. Are you going to be in England next week? Is next week your trip? That would be so fun. We could never forget about you. 2 weeks, Iceland and England. Yay! Well, you have a ball. Are you going to be updating at least your Instagram so we can follow you along? Next Thursday is the Empress. Yes. Next Tuesday, I don't know. I'll figure out what we have left. But okay, so how does it reflect from the Fool? So at this point, now the Fool has gotten the ability to pull that energy down. With the High Priestess, the Fool is getting knowledge and able to unlock that knowledge that he has pulled down from the other realm, from the spiritual realm. But can't promise it'll only be connected to Wi-Fi kind of thing. But yes, IG, Snapchat. No crazy herbs on the plane. I know. I hope you have a great time. How great. What a dream thing to do. I really hope you have a great time. And hopefully, you have some experiences and you'll come back and do a live for us and tell us all about it. Right? Hi, Michelle. Are you going to do a live for us, Papa Squirrel? Are you? I'm not pushing you at all, am I? Aw, of course. We will totally miss you. It's only been a couple weeks, I think, that we've known each other now, but I feel like Papa Squirrel's been a part of our family forever. I'll do a live one day. I think you should do a live when you come back to tell us all about how your trip was so we can all ask you questions, and I think that would be great. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. No, I'm all right. I am pushy. Let's be honest, I am. But I'm not pushing you too hard, I hope. If you really aren't comfortable, then don't do it. But I think you should do it. Yeah, you don't have to do it if you're not comfortable. Yes, you do. Do it. Do a live. Just because, I'll tell you what, Papa Squirrel, here's the thing. I didn't do a live for like my first 3 years. And I love doing lives now. There's something about the energy that you get from everyone else that is just unbelievable and amazing. And I think you would really like it. So I think you should do it. How did you guys meet? Are you talking about me and Papa Squirrel, Erica? We've never met. We met through Maddie. Maddie told me after Maddie saw a video of his and he was like, hey, do you know that there's a Papa Squirrel? And I'm like, what? There's a Papa Squirrel? What do you mean there's a Papa Squirrel? And then he gave me his link and I went over and I was like, hey, I'm Mama Squirrel. Yes, Saturday is my 4-year anniversary of doing videos. I can't believe it. 4 years. It doesn't seem possible. Through that nut, Maddie, right? So stay tuned. We're going to be doing something special. I'm not sure exactly. And we've been squirreling together ever since. That's right. That would be great, Kay. I think you should. And again, I'm not pushing too hard, but I really think that everyone would love to feel the energy from everyone. Thank you. I can't believe it's been 4 years. It doesn't seem possible at all. But it is, and it's here, and we'll do something special Saturday when I come out on Saturday, and I have some ideas and I'm kind of just tweaking stuff, but I do have a post up if you have any ideas and you'd like to see something, for the anniversary part. I am going to, and I apologize, guys. I shouldn't have promised that I was going to read the Alchemist book this week, because knowing that it's my Hell Week at the main office means that I just have not had the time or energy to get back to it. But starting this weekend again, I will start reading The Alchemist again, and so we'll move on to part 2 this weekend, okay? I know, me too. Remember when summer, like when you got off of school, it seemed to take forever. Like summer was a lifetime when you had summer vacation off of school. Not anymore. All right, guys, I love you so much. I adore you all. Thank you for coming. I'm glad that we got through the High Priestess and we got to, yay. Now it's a fart, right? And we got to just take a quick peek back at the Magician again so we could all kind of cement it in our heads. And you all have a great night. And tomorrow is Friday, so I will see you tomorrow night. Yay! Blessings.